The NFL just decided to shake up something no one saw coming, and of course, Baker Mayfield is right in the middle of the mess. A controversial league decision is about to directly impact how he expresses himself on the field, and it's already sparking a lot of debate. Meanwhile, Mike Evans is making headlines behind the scenes, and it's not because of anything happening during games. He had a tempting offer in front of him, something that could have changed the course of his career. But he made a decision no one saw coming. Two completely different situations, but both say a lot about the current moment in Tampa Bay. You need to catch every detail of these updates, so drop a like to support the channel, and let's jump into the video. Well, it looks like Baker Mayfield's signature celebration just got flagged by the No Fun League. Yep, the NFL has decided to officially ban one of Baker's go-to moves, the old wipe the nose gesture, slapping it with a big fat unsportsmanlike conduct label heading into next season. So here's the deal. The league's been tightening up on anything they feel toes the line of being too aggressive or violent, Stuff like mimicking weapons, throat slashes, all that jazz. Now, with the annual owners' meeting coming up in Palm Beach, the NFL quietly slid an update into the rule book that classifies the nose wipe move as a no-go. Why? Well, apparently the gesture's roots trace back to slang used in rap culture, particularly by artists like Young Thug, where it can imply taking down an enemy, not exactly family-friendly vibes, according to The Shield. The move originally started gaining traction with Cowboys star CeeDee Lamb, and Baker picked it up, sprinkling it into his first down celebrations or big-time runs. But here's the twist. Mayfield's version had a different flair to it. He once said it meant me, lime, whatever that means, and based on his smirk and tone when asked about it, it's probably not something you'd want written into a corporate email, but also not some sinister threat either. Regardless, the league isn't in the mood to debate intent versus perception. If a ref sees it next season, it's a flag, no gray area. So now, Baker's gonna have to cook up a new celebration to keep that sideline energy buzzing. Knowing him with all his swagger, fire, and how much the Bucs locker room seems to rally around him, don't be surprised if he rolls out something even better. The guy's a walking highlight reel when he's in rhythm, and if the NFL shuts one door, he'll kick open another. But what do you think of this new stance from the NFL? Are they overreacting or does it make sense? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And hang on, because the next story might surprise you even more, and it involves a decision few players would have the guts to make. Turns out loyalty still means something in the NFL, just ask Mike Evans. The dude had a golden ticket to bounce last offseason, and not just to anywhere. The Los Angeles Rams came knocking with a sweeter deal, more money, Hollywood lights, and the chance to line up alongside Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, with Matthew Stafford slinging it. That's not just tempting, that's Madden fantasy roster stuff. But Evans? He looked at that offer, looked back at Tampa, and said, "Nah, I'm good." According to Albert Breer from Sports Illustrated, the Rams actually offered more than what Tampa was putting on the table. And we're talking real money here. But instead of chasing the bag, Evans signed a 2-year, $41 million deal to stay right where he's built his entire legacy. It's rare these days, especially with superstar talent, to see someone pass on LA glamour and a bigger paycheck just to stick with the team that drafted him. But that's exactly what Evans did. This offseason, it was Chris Godwin's turn to stare down a massive offer, reportedly $30 million per year from the Patriots, and he followed the same script. Turned it down, stayed in Tampa on a very reasonable 3-year, $66 million deal. That's two elite receivers choosing culture, consistency, and legacy over flash and cash. GM Jason Licht knows he can't always outbid the competition, but the fact that guys like Evans and Godwin keep choosing the Bucs anyway? That says everything. It's not just about the money, it's about building something. And thanks to Evans's decision last year, and Godwin's this year, Tampa Bay's got its foundation locked in. Mike Evans could have been catching bombs in LA. He chose to keep writing his story in Tampa. And now, the Bucs get to keep watching a franchise legend do his thing right where he belongs. Honestly, all of this just shows how different this Bucs team feels right now. The way Baker has become a spark of energy and personality, even with the league's restrictions, and Mike Evans's decision to prioritize legacy over glamour and money, it says a lot. The front office needs to take advantage of this rare moment If you want to keep up with this new phase in Tampa Bay, make sure you're subscribed and don't miss the next updates.